Hi, I am Kira858, and today we're bringing you episode 25 of Lords of Faerun, our penultimate episode. Of course, we want to give a huge thank you to the level of support we've received for the show. We're working very hard behind the scenes to give you a fantastic TTRPG experience. And with that, it's time to go ahead and introduce our sponsors. We are proud to say that Lords of Faerun is officially sponsored by Die Hard Dice. Die Hard Dice is an incredible company that produces gorgeous dice and dice associated items such as dice scrolls, dice trays, dice bags, and more. Die Hard Dice just released a new line of products dedicated to the Die Hard Dice affiliate program. Many of their specialized line of dice get sold out very soon, so head on over to Die Hard Dice and use the promo code Faerun to get a discount off your purchase. Time to level up your dice. Lords of Faerun, of course, is now partnered with Idle Champions. Idle Champions is one of the biggest D&D games around, and this week a list of champions have been buffed to help you pass that troublesome wall. If you hit !code in chat, you'll receive a code for a free Electrum chest. This chest provides free premium content to help accelerate your progress in the game, so with that, enjoy. And if you like our show and would like to support us, Lords of Faerun has a Patreon. All the funds sent to our Patreon goes directly to the cast, and the Patreon offers exclusive content like after shows, podcasts, exclusive Discord channels, and even bonus episodes. Your contributions helps us as content creators, and for that we appreciate it. But if you're not able to contribute financially but would still like to support us, liking, retweeting, and getting the word out already does so much. It truly does make a major difference, and for that, we appreciate all that you've done for the channel. With that said, we're starting a little bit late, and Jason will be coming in at a dramatically appropriate moment. So I think it's about time that we transition into our intro video for episode 25 of Lords of Faerun.
Latreo, Avis, Jesse, Helena, Ice, Elliot, Aliza as DM. Lords of Faerun.
All right, and we are back. So with that said, Aliza, take it away.
Where we left off last week is where we begin today. You all are under the ocean, about 100 feet or so down. You are on a hill that has some type of there's emptiness around you, 10 feet, and then all the sea life outside there. And you have figured out it's because this hill that you're standing on has undead underneath it. That Latreo, with your strength, you pulled up from underneath the sandy bottom. And now you all stand on this hill with 5 undead standing in front of you. Everyone roll for initiative.
Ooh, here we go.
Wonder if I should try I never ever roll the big metal dice. Let's see what that does for me for initiative. Nope,
Trying
I
new
should
things?
continue not rolling it.
22 for Avis.
Not rolling it.
Okay.
11 for Jesse.
Okay.
You giant dice are going
11,
dice
okay.
jail.
I see Latreo has 18. And Dylan, what did you get?
21.
Oh, 21.
Oh, yes.
It's my man.
That's right.
And then Latreia, there you are. Jesse. There you are. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Zombie
Yes,
five.
4 of you.
Maybe I should be
Because
listening to heavy metal. I don't know.
oh,
It's a
maybe
zombie
you
fight.
should. 4 of you in this combat because, as a reminder from last week, Sloone and her dragon snuck away successfully. Rolled like a monster stealth check and snuck away. But she was followed by Jackson up to a certain point. And we'll say that Jackson has not returned yet. And so, Avis, you are up first in the combat order. 5 undead surrounding you.
Are they close together or are they kind of all spread out around us?
Yeah, they're kind of in a circle around that kind of like rings around the top of this hill. So I would say they're all within about 5-ish feet of each other. Well, let's say 5 to 10 feet of each other.
Cool. So I believe I can get all of them in a 20-foot circle or sphere.
I would say so.
So I need them to make intelligence saving throws.
Okay.
If it's not particularly interested, just kind of waves his hand in their direction.
They did not do well on that at all. I would say they all failed, knowing what your DC
They
is.
take 8d6 psychic damage.
Okay.
Yes, have D&D roll that for me. What? So they all take 27 psychic damage, and for the next minute, they have to subtract a d6 from all attack rolls, ability checks, and constitution saving throws to maintain concentration.
All right.
But they can make intelligence saves at the end of their turn.
Okay, cool. And what was that damage total again?
27.
Okay. And that was what type of damage was that again?
Psychic.
Okay. Describe to me how this looks when you cast this.
Once he realizes Sloone is gone, he kind of turns towards them, completely disinterested, and just waves his hand, and this purple ethereal lightning shoots forward and explodes in a sphere around them as he prepares to leave, because he has no time to waste on the undead.
Oh, wow. Okay. And that's your turn?
That's my turn.
Okay. Up next is Elliot.
Oh boy. Okay. I don't know about doing magic down here, so I'm just gonna crossbow the closest one to me, hopefully.
Yep. While you roll, you can do magic. Oh,
Yeah.
what did you get?
Natural 20, yeah.
All right. Well, these zombies might last very long.
All right. 6. So I can do magic, right?
Yes. So, to everyone watching, we are doing 5e underwater combat rules with a couple of tweaks from me. And yes, you can cast. You all have your underwater breathing potions that will last for the next like 40-ish minutes. I think you've been down here about 20 minutes by now. So if you can breathe underwater, then you can speak enough to cast your verbal components.
Cool. Great. Okay. All right. Good to know. So that is going to be 14 piercing damage.
Okay. And was that doubled for critical?
That's doubled. I already doubled it. Yeah.
All right. Awesome. And how many were you targeting?
If there's like a couple in a row, I'll try to shoot it straight through.
I think you could if you go in one line, you could hit 2.
All right. Let me try to get 2 then.
All right, cool. All right. So you got 2 and that's your turn.
Yeah. And then I'm just gonna, if I need to, I'm just gonna, I guess make sure, Latreia and Jesse in particular look okay and safe.
Okay. You look over at them and the zombies' turn goes next. And they are going to be targeting basically each of you because there's 5 of them and 4 of you, plus your dragons who are nearby. Oh man, they're not rolling well though.
Eliza, I forgot I get advantage on initiative. Can I give the updated roll, or should we just go with the other one?
Let's just, if you don't mind, let's just
I'm
roll with
fine.
it this time.
I'm fine.
Okay.
Don't forget
I know you're
they have
used
to
to it.
subtract the d6 from their attacks.
Thank you. Well, then they don't hit anyone because they rolled an 8 on the die. They have a pretty good bonus to their attack. But, well, no, no one's DC is less than like 13, right? In this party, 14, 13.
And my AC is 18.
Mine is
Crazy.
13.
Yours is 13? Yeah, well, they would have hit you, but you gave them lovely minus D6, so they didn't hit you. Okay, so they swipe at each of you, and they all miss somehow. You all are just kind of like ready for them. So, Latreia, you're up next.
So Latreia, this 9'6" half giant, just starts to pull his arm up as he sees this zombie just like try to chop at his wrist, and he just like turns his head to the side, cracks his neck, brings out his axe, and he's just going to go to town on this individual. First, rage first, as his bear image just starts to glow. Even underwater, you can see like the flame starts to appear as his bear totem just wrap around his chest, and he's going to rage and then go reckless on this creature in front of him with his axe.
Okay, so normally you would have disadvantage with that axe, but since you're reckless, you are canceling out the disadvantage.
Yes, but they also would get advantage on me on their next turn.
Okay.
All right. Okay, well, I'll take that. That is an 18 plus 10. That's a 28, so I'm presuming that would have hit.
That hits.
Perfect. I will go ahead and roll these beautiful D12s. All right.
And the zombie hanging from your arm is just kind of like doing that thing where you're holding it and it's like, can't quite reach you.
like when you're pushing a little kid, like keep their head far away from.
Exactly.
So the first one is 30 points of damage.
All right.
All right. Is he still up?
Yes, but that definitely took a good chunk out of him. You can tell.
All right. And they're going to go ahead and attack again for the second one.
Okay. Same. You're targeting the same one that's on your arm, right? Mm-hmm. Okay.
So that's a 13 plus 10. So that would be a 23 with a hit.
Okay. This zombie goes silent and lifeless on your arm, and its bones start to detach and all fall apart. And now you're standing in front of a pile of zombie bones and broken rags.
And they just crack their head and starts looking at the others to see which was next, grabbing their axe to the side, and that's their turn.
All right, Jesse, you are up next.
Okay, let's see. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Divine Favor, which will add radiant damage to my attacks. And then I am just going to swim up to whichever one is closest to me and take 2 stabs at it with my spear.
All right. You do so.
I'm pretty sure natural 19 on the dice plus 9, 20. Yeah, I'm pretty sure 28 hits.
Yes.
First
it
attack.
does.
This one maybe not. Does 11 hit?
11 does not hit.
Okay, I thought so. All right, so I've got a D8 plus a D4. Ooh. 14 points damage.
All right. So, which spear are you
Can I
using?
add a smite into that, actually?
Yeah, go for it.
All right, so...
And which spear are you using? Because you have your spear of warning and you have another spear, right?
The spear warning. So it's undead, so I think you get an extra D8 of damage
Okay.
for my smite. 6, 7, 8. So an additional 8 points of radiant damage. So in total, it took 9 points of radiant damage, and then the 13 points was
14. Okay, you said 14 before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And then in
the
addition-
one of those 14 was radiant. So
Oh, I see. Got it. And then another 8.
yeah. So in total, it's 9 plus 8 is
17.
17 points total.
Okay.
Oh wait, plus my attack modifier plus 5. 22. 22.
Yeah. Yep. That's 22. Yep. Okay.
All right.
So-
So I'm good to go.
Yeah, your spear pierces through this zombie, and once again, you now have a skewered zombie trying to get at you with its arms flailing, unsuccessfully trying to get at you. All right, and then we're back at the top of the round with Avis.
Zombies are still alive.
Yes, there are. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 of them still alive.
The beefiest zombies I've seen.
I can't provide this. So I just pick one at random, and I will cast Rotham Psychic Lance at it.
Okay.
So it has to make a intelligence saving throw.
And your DC is
19.
19. Wow. Well, you said intelligence, though, right? So no. They rolled high, but they're dumb, so no, they did not make that.
Sure, so it takes 34 points of damage, psychic damage, and it is incapacitated. If it's still alive.
34.
So one of them crumbles to bones and dust. And then, how much damage was that? 34?
34, yes.
Another one, let's see.
This one was single target.
Oh, okay. Then you dusted one of them.
And Avis is going to start moving towards his dragon because he's leaving.
All right. Are you going to disengage or?
Nah, it's fine. It's not concerned about the zombies.
Okay. Well, then it's going to get an opportunity attack. And yeah, a 23 hits, I'm guessing.
Did I roll the d6 first?
Oh. A 21 hits.
Let me see. You know what? I'm just gonna look at it and kind of dismiss it and cast silvery barbs at it. So that way it has to re-roll that entire attack anyway.
Okay.
And then I will point to Latreo and tell him, take care of this for me. And he gets advantage on his next attack.
Okay. Well, that second roll did not hit. It got, I think, a total of 9 after the d6. And now, yeah, Latrey, you have advantage on your next.
Yes.
Okay, and next up is Elliot.
Okay. Are any of these zombies hurt already?
Yes. Actually, all of them have taken damage.
Perfect. I want to focus on just anyone that looks like it's taken a little bit of damage, but isn't almost dead, hopefully.
Okay.
And what Elliot does is Elliot is going to drop the crossbow to his side and whisper a silent little prayer to the rock in his pocket. And a muffled by the water, a bell sound will toll, the water sort of rippling out from around us, and the zombie has to make a wisdom 16 saving throw.
Wisdom
Yes, creepy magic.
does not make it.
Okay, then we're gonna do 3d12 necrotic damage here. All right, so that is 16
Okay.
points of damage.
Okay, yeah, that necrotic damage surges through. You see this zombie kind of like some of its bones loosen, but it's still standing and it's still all together.
Okay.
All right, zombies are next, and they have to do an intelligence saving throw. Is that right, Avis?
Yeah, at the end of their turn, they could do an intelligence save to end the D6 minus effect on them. On themselves.
At the end of their turn?
Yep, at the end of each of its turn.
Oh, so I do it at. But aren't they. Let's see. Oh, no, yeah, that doesn't apply. Okay, all right. So the one near you, Elliot, is going to attack. And there's one. I'm going to say there's one near Latreia as well. So those are the. Oh, and Jesse. There's 3 still standing. So 19 is Elliot's. Oh, wait, sorry, the D6. 16 is Elliot's. Does that hit?
Yeah, that's gonna hit me.
Okay.
Latreia is going to look towards the side, and you see like clouds start to spread across their irises as they channel their storm giant presence and use runic shield to force them to have to re-roll and take the next roll.
Okay. 16. 21. 20.
All right, that.
30, 20.
Okay. I was like, thanks, Andrea.
Like, oh, you try to help, but you made it worse.
So, okay, 1, 2, 3. So that one, first one hit, and then the one hitting Latreia. 18 minus 22.
Yes, that definitely hits.
Okay. And then the one hitting Jesse is not going to hit. So can't make that. Okay, so those first 2, they lash out at you and. Okay. Nope, I already rolled that. My bad. Okay. You will. Elliot, you take 4 piercing and 14 poison damage. And then go ahead and do a DC 12 Constitution saving throw, Elliot.
Ooh, these are some beefy zombies.
Constitution, you said?
Yes, DC 12.
Oh, 11.
Okay. And Latreia, you take 5 piercing and 11 poison damage, and go ahead and do a DC 12.
Wait, five piercing, 11 poison. So that's 16, but my bear totem will put that in half, so that knocks it down to 6. Okay.
All right.
All right. And you said a Constitution saving throw?
Yes, DC 12.
I literally just had to get like a 3. But we should work this out. Oh, perfect. Well, I got a 6. So that would be a 6 plus 9 is.
You're good.
Yeah, good.
16. Oh, yeah. 17. 15. I don't know math. You're good.
Yeah.
Okay, so Elliot, Latreia, you get swiped and you realize that they have, it looks like their claws are more like daggers. Like someone maybe has even equipped them with these daggers in their fingers. You get swiped at it, but you're able to kind of shake off. You feel a bit of a poisoning sensation running through your veins, but you're able to kind of like withstand it. Unfortunately, Elliot, not so much for you. You start to see these blue boils slowly growing on your arms and traveling up your arms. And you'll be able to, let's see. Actually, let me just see something. So you have some time, but in a couple of hours, this is pretty much going to start to really, really severely affect you. Okay. That's the zombies' turn. Latreia, you're up next.
So Latreia sees the zombie come towards them. I think sees Elliot get swiped on the side. You just hear a low animalistic growl as they just bang their chest against the side to the side, and they starts to grow as they use giant might to transition from a medium-sized creature to a large-sized creature. And from there, they're going to, of course, go reckless, because now it should make an advantage versus the previous time it would just be a straight roll, and they're just going to go ham on these individuals. All right, so go first. All right, with that already will hit. Let me get that natural 20. Oh, okay, well, it was a natural 20, but it definitely should hit. That was a 19 to hit, I'm presuming.
Yes, that hits.
All right.
And what are you attacking with?
I'm attacking with my Great Axe.
Okay.
So Avis gave me advantage, which will make it a flat roll. And
Got
then
it.
I
Then you now have advantage. Okay.
Because of reckless, yes.
Got it.
All right. And then here we go. Then I get to add an extra D6. Ooh, oh no. Ooh. Oh, I feel sorry for them. 8 plus 28, 32. 42 points of damage for the first one.
Yeah. That one just falls to bones and dust in front of you as your great axe just strikes down through it.
All right. And then for the second one, Latreia is going to go towards the creature that attempted to slash at Elliot. And then they're going to go same, reckless, and they're going to use a Great Weapon Master to make a -5 on the roll, but to add a +10 to damage if they hit. So
Okay.
We're going here, we're here. Oof. Ooh, okay, so that's a 26. Oh, I get the advantage, so let me do a second. All right, well, the second one was 5. So 26 -5 is 21 to hit, so presumably that should hit.
Yeah.
Okay. Here we go. Okay. 10, 9, 3. 10, 9, 3 is 22. 22, 32. Oh, yeah, another 42 points of damage for the second one.
And the one the one that struck Elliot falls to bone and dust.
Are you okay?
No. Can we please get out of here?
There's one more left, right?
One more, and it's Jesse's turn, and that's the one that's still standing.
Okay, just a question. My radiant sunbolts, will they hit the creature? Will it be at disadvantage or not?
No.
No disadvantage.
No disadvantage on your spell for that.
Okay, all right. So then I will take I'll take two swipes at it with my spear.
Okay.
Yeah, the first one hits because it's a natural 16 on the dice plus 9.
Okay.
That's cocked. I'll do that again. 21 hits.
21 hits.
All right. So I'll roll the damage for those two before I burn key points to decide if I want to do my radiant thingy attacks.
Okay.
D4s and those. And,
So you're standing there just spearing this thing over and over.
Yeah, and I will on the first stack. I'm also going to add in a divine smite because I am done with these things now.
Your 2 spears hits might be just, you might not need divine smite. That's what I'm trying to say.
Oh well.
This one has taken quite a bit of damage already.
Okay, so should I wait and then if I decide I can add it in after?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so that's 13 plus 11, 24, 28 points damage on the
as you are spearing this thing over and over, which is what you've done on each of your turns, it just all of a sudden starts to fall to a pile of bones and dust.
All right.
And you're out of combat.
I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna do I physically see that Elliot looks sick?
Yeah, you could see probably Elliot. You can correct me if I'm wrong. You're probably holding your arm. Right?
Yeah, and kind of looking like sickened. And
So I'll swim to Elliot, and what that thing do to you?
it just swiped at me, but I don't feel right.
Let me take a look. And if I see the boils or whatever, I'm going to use my healing hands. I can end either poison or disease. So,
Okay.
will that end the effect?
Yes. This is a disease. So
All right.
we'll end it. So describe to me how you put your healing hands on Elliot's forearm. And what happens?
And then you'll see the ocean current start playing around my form a little bit and starts to glow a bit with kind of like a radiant but kind of more bluish stormy colored light, and it just settles onto Elliot's the point where Elliot is injured, and the boils start to disappear, and the disease will end.
Okay.
Thank you. Did not like that.
Problem. Shall we see what's in that mound? Also, where the heck is Avis going?
I would guess he's going after Sloan.
What? What do you mean? Latreia starts to look around and notice that a saloon is around. He's like, where did she go?
Well, I don't know, but I assume it's trouble.
Look, I half expected this. I asked Jackson to keep an eye on them. Jackson's gonna be following them if they've taken off. So, we came here for a reason. If Avis is gonna take off now, we can at least get what we need to make sure that she doesn't die when she gets wherever she's going.
Right.
Okay.
Let's be quick about it.
All right.
Okay. So you are standing on this hill on the seafloor. What would you like to do?
Trying to just uncover stuff and see if we can find if anything's buried there.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just dig.
Okay. You all start digging down, and after a few minutes of digging, there's 4 of you, right? Mm-hmm. 1, 2, 3.
Oh no, 3 of us because
4.
Avis.
Avis has walked away.
Yeah, Avis went to, I guess, to Yuki to go find Saloon.
All right. So Elliot, you all are digging, but Elliot, you're the one who hit something hard.
Hey,
You all crowd around Elliot, and Elliot, you keep digging and uncover a box, and it's been under the sand. You see a bit of rust on it, but not as much as there if it had been exposed to more oxygen from the water. And you pull out a small trunk, maybe about 1.5 by 2 feet. It seems to be bronze. It has these ornate carvings of a dragon with 5 blades surrounding it. It also has some written text all over it. And those of you who speak or understand primordial, abyssal, or celestial are able to read these markings, which I think is, a few of you, right?
yeah, I do speak Abyssal.
Okay,
Celestial.
so the 2 of you would recognize that the warnings say, take heed, do not recover the 5.
Does anybody know, perchance, what that means?
Well, somebody thinks that these are a bad idea, but I don't know if we have much choice.
Does the box appear to be locked or anything?
It looks like there's a latch on it, but there doesn't seem to be like a physical lock on it.
I'm gonna open it.
Okay. So Go ahead and make a. Oh, what is your spellcasting ability?
It's charisma.
Okay, make a DC 15 charisma check to see if you can open this.
Just a regular charisma check. It's 17.
Okay. Yeah, you, with the bit of magic that you're able to do, you recognize that this is not simply a latch. There is some type of spell making beneath it. And just with a bit of concentration, you maybe whisper a word, think a thought, and you're able to unlatch it and open the box. Inside the box, there are 4 daggers nestled into their places. They are of the type of craftsmanship that you've never seen before in your lifetimes. And a lot of what was described to you by your historian friend, the tiefling, who's stayed above water this whole time, it's kind of striking familiar for you with these daggers. The pommels have a dragon's mouth that is enclosing them on the end. Each of them also seems to represent a different type of dragon. There are 4 of these in this box.
Was there supposed to be 5?
But it's okay. I don't need one. I have my giant lineage behind my back, so it's okay. And then we fulfill both statements. You all get a magic weapon, and then we don't reunite the 5.
Yeah.
Perhaps. I reach out and take one. Does any one in particular feel any type of way to me?
You mean you want to feel them out before you choose one?
Yes, I would.
Yeah. Do you have like detect magic or identify or anything like that?
I do not
Okay.
have those things.
Go ahead and roll an insight then.
Okay.
What were you going to say, Kira? Or
I use my divine sense in them.
yeah. And that's a good question. What was your insight roll, Dylan?
19.
Ooh, 19. Okay, so I'm going to answer this before I answer you, Jesse.
Okay.
So the 4 daggers that you see in front of you, like I said, they each represent a different dragon, which represents the type of dragon's blood that they were forged with. And your hand, you have the sense that they each have powers on their own, but your hand grabs for 2 of them. Any 2. And you turn to one of your dragon friends and start speaking in Draconic.
And what am I saying? I do speak Draconic.
You do already?
Do I know what I'm saying?
Yeah. If you already know Draconic, then this won't feel extra special for you.
So the only one that doesn't know Draconic in our group, I think, is Jesse, because Jesse was the one that failed his intelligent roll. We were studying.
Jesse's Draconic is real bad.
Yeah, he was at a beginner status level. Wow. I think Latreia, everyone else, I think, was pretty much fluent in Draconic, I think.
Yeah.
Then one other thing then for you, Elliot, you do sense that like your mind kind of expands with more Draconic words than you knew before. And then you also just instinctively join the hilts or the pommels of these daggers together. And in front of your eyes, amazingly, they become a short sword.
Oh. That is cool. And I just give it a couple of twirls.
Okay.
I will collect the other 2, I guess, because no one else is around. And also point up to where our dragons are. Let's get back to Lucretia.
Okay. So you all have collected and found this treasure and are finding out things about what it can do. So we'll cut over to the sky above the Sea of Fallen Stars. Sloon, you are flying on Dragonback
Yep.
with Treebush. And tell me, what's your state of mind right now and what are you doing?
I am determined. And after seeing Avis's illusion, even more determined to make sure that every member of my family does not get involved in what's happening, in what's going to happen, in what Sloon's plan is. So I would talk to Treebush and I would say, hey, this is for the best, right?
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I trust you.
Yeah. And I just want everyone to be safe. Everyone to not get entangled in whatever it is that my life was in the past. They don't deserve that. Right? You understand that, right?
Yeah. I guess, but also I just have to remind you, they have said many times that your fight is their fight and that you're their family and they want to help you.
The last time I had family, they all got murdered. And I care much more about this family than that family. I care about you guys.
Okay.
Okay.
So what do you want to do?
I'm going to talk to somebody. Give me a minute. And then I think in my head to Daemon. Hey, Daemon.
Hey.
It's been a while.
Wow, I thought you forgot about me.
Of course not. You've been really, really helpful.
How's it going?
It's been going good. I think it's time for us to actually separate a little bit.
What do you mean?
I feel like this is not that I don't want to hang out with you. You have been wonderful in protecting my mind from being read and being found, and all that. Those have been really great. But I think I'm gonna give you to my dragon.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you sure you know what you're doing? I mean, this wizard fella seems pretty intense.
No, I don't know what he wants. I don't know what they want actually. But I know they want me. They've been looking for me for so long, and I think it's about time. It's about time I meet. It's about time I meet him, I think, and end this permanently.
Good luck to you, Sloon.
Thanks, Damon. So I take off my ring.
Okay.
And I put it on Treebush's finger. And then I shout in my head really loud, yo, if you're looking for me, I'm right here. And also I look at Treebush and like, keep Jackson safe too. Like, whatever happens, just keep everybody safe, okay? And that's what I say.
Okay.
Just waiting.
Yeah, during that time that you're waiting, you can feel him getting closer to you. It feels like anxiety inside you. It doesn't feel good.
Nope.
This person that has been hunting you for years, the person who killed your entire family, the person who has tried to kill you and then tried to recruit you, and you're now leading him right to you.
It's time.
And finally, after a few moments, you see him coming at you. He blips from half a mile away at first. You see him as a tiny dot on the horizon. And then he blips closer and closer and closer until he is flying next to you and Treebush in the air. Have you ever seen him face to face before?
Only from afar.
So
Because I've always been running.
Yeah. He's wearing this hooded robe and it's covering his face so you can't entirely see it. But you sense some age on him. You sense that he's maybe 60, 70 years old. But he's strapping, solid body. There's strength in his hands even. And he gently peeks out from under the hood without removing it. He reaches out to you and he says, "Come." And you both blip away towards the Serpent Hills, leaving Treebush alone. With that, we're going to take our break here. And when we come back, we will have a wonderful new NPC to meet.
Okay. So we definitely hope you're liking what you're seeing here. Surprise. If you're enjoying this session, definitely feel free to join us at our Discord. We have a section for spoilers as well as for non-spoilers. We have a section for fan art, and we'd love to hear your comments about the campaign. We'll be back within 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll see you for the second half of Lords of Faerun. But until then, farewell for now. All right, and we are now back for the second half of Lords of Faerun. So with that said, Aliza, take it away.
Sloon, you blip westward every, say, 500 feet, maybe. You and this wizard appear, then reappear, until finally you are over the Serpent Hills and the Nakhara area of Western Faerun. And then you blip downwards into the hills. And you are suddenly underground in some type of compound. There's torches on the walls. There's even a fountain in one corner. It seems like a fully equipped underground hill compound that your wizard has probably been under for at least several months. You notice different pathways leading to different rooms, and you are in one large space in the middle. You also notice a slope off to one side that goes downward. And with you have pretty high, your passive investigation and passive perception are really high. So you would probably sense from the echoes of sounds down that corridor, during that slope, that it goes down into a very large area below you. Lantu finally pulls down his hood, and he says, "Welcome."
Lantu. It's interesting to see you face to face after all these years.
Same. I spent so much time wanting to destroy you, send you to where I sent your kin. But I've grown. I've changed. I've learned that perhaps perhaps we can help each other. Would you like to hear what we could do together?
Do I have a choice?
I suppose not.
No.
He slowly paces around you and he says, when your family member took my child's life, I thought that was the end of me. I didn't see how I could come back from such pain. And when I took their lives, it didn't help. Didn't make me feel better or stronger or safer. But then I realized that one thing I did after my child was injured, mortally wounded, that one thing I did to save his soul, that was my redemption. Not killing, not taking other lives, not vengeance. It was continuing life. I want to give that to you.
What are you talking about?
Sloon, you hear someone behind you, kind of a slight rustling.
I turn around to look at the sound.
You see maybe a young teenager, maybe 14-year-old boy peering around a corner. And then he ducks behind when you turn and look at him.
You have a child down here?
My child.
Your
My
child's
family.
been dead for a long time.
His
Just
body.
like mine.
His body died. But I have friends who can do wonderful things. And the way that my son stands here, I can make sure you can also live on. And he walks away from you, back towards where his son was standing, and down another path that opens to another chamber. Do you follow him?
Yeah.
Okay. He leads you into this chamber, and his son is still standing with his back to the wall, looks at you as you enter very bashfully. He's holding a staff. Lantu walks right past him, and he gestures towards 3 huge urns, maybe like 8 feet tall, 4 feet around. They're bronze, they have like a cross hatch pattern all over them, very ornate. And he says, we come from a womb, and we don't have to end when we think things will end. One of these is for you.
Wait. One of these is for me.
Yes, I just need something from you. And he pulls out a dagger.
Whoa.
You can see the dagger glittering in his hand. The pommel has diamonds encrusted in it, like small broken up diamonds encrusting this. And there's a little hook at the end, almost like a fish hook, like you would use to gut a fish. And he walks over to you slowly with the dagger presented.
I step back as he walks closely.
It only hurts for a moment.
What is it about me that made you change your mind about, murdering me like you did my family? Which, granted, my family weren't that great at all, and I'm, happy that you did get rid of them. But why me? I've been running away for so long. Why change your mind?
You have this ability to survive that I respect and I value. And you said it. Your family took my family away, and I took your family away. We are connected. We have a bond, Sloan Haradraith. Why not make that bond lifelong? He looks towards his son again, still holding the dagger out at you, and he says, my son could learn so much from you. Our children could rule this earth.
Wait, you're asking me to sort of marry you? Is that what's happening?
If you like, I can find a ring.
Oh, I did not expect this.
And with Sloan, considering everything, we're going to cut to a day later. The rest of the party has taken 20 to 20, let's say 24 hours to finally arrive west to the Serpent Hills. This is the place that you all have many strong reasons to believe that Lantu is holed up. And you arrive in a town at the base, the foot of the mountain range, or the hill range, I should say, of the Serpent Hills. The area is called Nakhara, and this is known to be a Yuanty town. But when you arrive, all of the buildings seem very empty and quiet. Doesn't seem to be much going on here.
This is what Alosha was talking about.
There have to be
She showed
some.
me.
What happened here?
He's got them all. He's got them all.
Can't have everyone. I'm gonna start searching for signs of life.
Okay. Yeah, you start to enter some of the huts and buildings around. And in the third one, you see a tall Yuanty of the Malison kind. So has the head of a serpent, the torso of a human, and I'll let him describe the rest. What do they see, Jason?
You see a Yuanty, the head of a serpent, the body and legs of a humanoid, and he's sitting in front of a small fire that he's made inside of his hut. There's a hole in the middle for the smoke to go up, and he's just sort of poking at the fire. And you do see a very beat up but once ornate set of plate armor next to him, and a sword and a shield, but that's all off next to him, and he's just simply poking at the fire, and he looks up at you and says, "Are you with the wizard?"
No. Definitively not.
Good. Then I won't kill you yet.
Much appreciated. We believe our friend is after the wizard, trying to kill it. We came to try to help, but there's no one here.
Most people have left. I was going to leave with my wife. We had plans on leaving today. But weeks ago, she never came back from a hunting expedition. Many people had left already. I've been searching for her ever since. Too afraid to enter the wizard's abode on my own. I come back here for a short repose and then set out again. but every day it gets more and more hopeless.
Your wife, is it possible that she fell victim to this wizard?
That is my fear. But anyone from our village, which was much more robust than this, no one ever came back that went to go approach the wizard.
I understand. We intended to stop this wizard anyway, but we can't leave you like this.
Tell me more about your friend who is trying to stop the wizard. I like that.
Do we hear this talking from a distance?
Yeah, I'm also gonna like call you in at this point because I don't want to talk about Sloan right now.
So you see this giant of a man approach, probably ducking their head underneath the door, standing at around 9'6" with looks to be of like biracial descent, long red dreadlocks coming down, bare chested with a huge axe on his back, has a cloth that wraps around their legs and fur boots, and they just look down and says, "Oh, there's survivors here."
Singular, it looks like.
I may be the last one. He looks up at you and is a little bit. This is the first time you see energy from him as he sees the giant coming through.
Hi. What's your name?
My name is Pythor.
Latreia.
I'm glad you're on my side. At least I hope you are on my side.
You want to kill the wizard, right?
Yes.
Same side. They kind of like tap their back of their axe.
I do want to come in just a moment, but before we do follow the sounds in, Jesse would like to have a word with Avis.
Well, Avis is doing something different that you all have not seen before. He is wearing this ebony black mask, what looks to be like this, the hair of, it looks to be like a drow woman kind of going across the front of it. Is there something you needed?
You've been real quiet, Avis.
I have.
We don't know what's going to happen down there. And I think I might be the only one in the party right now who maybe can forgive some of what Sloan's done by running away from us and coming on her own. Don't let the actions of others undo all the changes and good you've instilled in yourself.
And Avis will reach out and put his hand on Jesse's shoulder. You have a very good heart, my friend. It's something that you should make sure never changes. However, I know exactly what is going to happen down there. It's something that should have happened a very long time ago.
I will actually give him a hug.
Take care of yourself.
I think Adrian is frozen.
Yes.
Okay.
Frozen, I don't know.
I know that.
Incredible dramatic pause.
Yeah.
Yeah, his internet was giving him trouble earlier.
Through it.
I was like, man, that was
perfect.
Yeah, that Morgan Freeman pause. I was just like, oh, okay. but yeah, so Well, I guess we'll see you come in. We'll go ahead and transition to a quick break while hopefully the internet come back. We'll be right back. All right, and we are back. Sorry about that, technical difficulties, but we should be good to go. So with that said, take it away.
All right. As I was saying, I just pull him into a very strong hug, and yeah, we'll end this.
I know. Take care of yourself, Jesse. There aren't too many good people left in this world.
Well, I wouldn't count yourself as not being one of them. You're a good man.
The neighbors will walk away.
I will go inside the hut.
So Latreia looks down at Pythor and says, I see you have armor and a sword. Would you like to travel with us?
If you're traveling to the wizard, absolutely. You give me hope for the first time since my wife Serpenta disappeared.
Jesse, there is at least one survivor.
Thank the gods. I will reach out my hand and Jesse Diaz, I'm sorry for anything that's been going on with your people. We're gonna do the best we can to put an end to it.
So Latreia looks over. He says, well, is there anyone else around? Did you see anyone else around here?
No, but I think Avis might be doing a bit of advanced scouting, so we're probably gonna need to be taking up the rear in less than a minute.
I also don't want to linger too long. Sloan could be there already.
I agree. He would, because I think Pythor was sitting down, so I think you just see Latreia's huge steps jart forward as the ground shakes as he moves towards you, and he just extends his huge paw out toward you to help you up from your feet. He says, "One last ride."
Hopefully not the last one.
We'll see. He smirks as he kind of pulls him up.
Who knows? Maybe everyone's not dead. Maybe they're just trapped or something. Shouldn't give up hope.
They're not dead. They're not dead.
Jesse, did you tell? I think you did tell the people who were with you on the boat when you had that vision.
Yeah.
Right.
He's got him mind controlled under his sway.
So I know how to kill people. I don't know how to free minds. How do you change that?
We kill the one controlling the minds. So you're right on the money, big fella.
Exactly.
That's easy enough. He smirks. And he starts to walk his way outside, kind of looking out for where Avis went, just to see if he can catch eyes of where Avis traveled to.
Okay, Avis, where did you go?
He's just sitting in a tree.
Okay.
He'll turn back to everyone inside and says, I see Avis, so we should be good to go when everyone's ready.
That should be soon. I don't want Sloan dying by the hands of this wizard. I want to find her. I'm going to kill her for everything she's
So she's going to die anyway.
put us through.
I put my hands on the sides of Elliot's face, and touch my head to his forehead. Babe.
I'm all right. Just... I hate lies.
I know, but a rock is a rock, and you can't ask it to be a teacup. All right.
I do know a secret way to get us to the wizard's abode within 50 feet.
I see.
Pythor, thank you. Yes.
The last 50, it's open field, but at least we can get close.
Do you know if there would be construction involved in that location?
Constant construction.
I kind of
Yeah,
assume so.
I believe one of the villagers who left has returned and is now trying to build an inn.
I thought so.
Odd
Just to
time
be
for
prepared.
it, I mean.
Perfect. We'll have cover.
Did you say there was one named Avis in your party?
He points to
Yes.
the person over at the tree.
Did he start some sort of cart renting business? There was an Avis that used to come through here, and he would lend his carts, and then we would pay him a small fee to borrow the cart for a short amount of time. Is this the same Avis?
It's possible Avis digs into a lot of things, so I wouldn't be surprised.
We shall see.
Hashtag not sponsored. And so when Latreia will head over to where Avis is looking at them sitting next to his tree, it says, "We're about to go. Are you ready?"
Of course.
He notices the tenseness inside of you and the tenseness that came from Elliot. And he says, "We'll take care of the wizard. You don't have nothing to worry about there."
I am not worried, my friend.
I like the mask.
Yes, it is quite the work of craftsmanship, I suppose. And he'll climb down from the tree.
He smirks. He says, "Well, it always indicates there's two sides of the same coin. It's good to see your other side too." He nods as he grabs the sides of your shoulder before heading over to where everyone else is.
With the party reassembled, Pythor, you lead them to this entrance in the field that you have between a combination of your own scouting and also just word that had whispered between some of the townspeople before almost everyone vacated. And here you stand in this field, the hills stretching out in front of you, and what looks to be a possible entrance up ahead, about 50 feet. We're going to now go back in time to the day before. Sloon, you have just heard what the wizard's intentions are. And you have just been taking a moment to just process all this, everything.
What's his name again?
Lantu.
Lantu. Lantu. I would be lying if I said I wasn't weirdly morbidly flattered about what's happening over here. I think I do need some time to think about this, though. I don't want to start giving my soul willy-nilly. I hope you understand that, especially since you've been trying to kill me all these years.
Of course.
Kind of.
I understand your hesitance. Let me give you a tour, perhaps. Show you your realm, potentially.
Yeah, I would. I think that would be a smart choice for me at the moment. I'm not known for smart choices, but I think this is a smart one.
Okay, so he walks past you out of this chamber with the three large urns, past his son. And he kind of gestures towards his son and utters something under his breath. And his son kind of like stands away from the wall and then turns and goes into another chamber in the back, wordlessly. Lantu continues back into that main room and then heads down that sloping passage. You follow, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. Walking down this gently sloping path of packed earth, carved out from inside this hill, it winds down and down and down, and suddenly opens up into a lower compartment, a lower chamber that is filled with Yuanty, all standing at attention, equipped with armor and swords, just gazing out in a daze at nothing. There's several hundred of them.
What have you done to them?
They are my army. Nothing will hurt our growing family with them on our side.
You've been able to do this for so long.
I had some time to think, time to recruit.
Do they how are you able to control them? Is it just with your mind?
I'm an archmage.
I see.
See, this is what I want you to understand. I'm immensely powerful, and you are immensely gifted as a Haradwraith assassin. Together, nothing could hurt us. Nothing could stop us. Why should we be at war against each other? It just doesn't make sense to me anymore.
What are you going to do with them?
Defeat my enemies?
I thought I was your only enemy.
Well, I may have made many more since things happened all those years ago.
Right.
Can't say the path that I have gone down has been a virtuous one.
I see.
But you have enemies too, don't you? I could take care of them for you as well. Tell me, who would you like me to take care of for you?
That's an interesting question. Maybe I could answer that over dinner. I'm kind of hungry.
Oh, of course. Oh, my goodness. I'm so sorry. I haven't offered you anything to drink or eat.
No problem.
I will arrange a beautiful dinner for you. And he gestures with his hand down towards the Yuanty, and three of them start walking up. And they take off their armor and their weapons as they walk up. And they start coming up towards you. And he makes another motion. They continue up the slope and head upwards. They'll have dinner ready very soon.
Awesome. Is there a place where I can relax or chill for a moment?
Absolutely.
Before dinner. I'd like to have some privacy, if that's okay.
I suppose that's fine. And he walks back up the slope.
Okay. I take out the stone that I have been holding on for so long, ever since I met Mephit. And I whisper into it. Now is the time, if you could. I feel like now would be a great time.
Okay. The stone glows. That sending stone glows in your hand as the message gets sent off. And Mephit, the purple dragon that you all met when you were coming back up from the Underdark, the one who wanted to be left alone after a lifetime of being scorned and attacked by humans, you made friends with him and allies with him. And he receives your message on his sending stone. Now, up that sloping path, Lantu leads you to a chamber that has a hearth, has a comfortable looking bed.
All right.
It's kind of nice for a underground hill compound. There's even some flowers around the space, and he says, I prepared this for you.
Ah, I see.
I knew you would come eventually. I had hoped. I didn't know you would.
Tell me, Lantu, of which of my forms were your favorite? We've been running away from each other for so long. I'm just kind of curious.
I think there is an ethereal beauty to Helena.
I see.
That elf form you took for so many years.
Right. And I switched to Helena, the half elf.
Yes.
What do you think?
Magnificent.
Awesome.
I will leave you to your privacy.
Thank you.
And he exits.
When he exits, I take out my knives and I stare at them. I'm like, oh, shit. How am I gonna stab him? Dinner should sit real close. That should be. Wait. Does he still have a heart? This is all things that she's saying out loud. And it's fine. We'll figure it out. It's okay. We can do this. And she takes a deep breath, and that's what she spends most of that quiet time planning. And in the end, before, while she's doing this, she also whispers out loud, "Whew. I really hope everyone's mad at me so that they won't come to save me. Feel like that's the best plan, so that they don't have to come here at all." And that's it.
Okay. We cut back to the next day, standing at the hillside potential entrance. And I say potential entrance because, as I said before, Pythor, you have a very strong feeling this is where you can enter this wizard's lair. But there's no visible entrance. There is just rock and hill face. And then there's a section that looks just like more dirt than rock. And that's this section that you kind of point out to the party.
That is where I suspect a secret entrance is. I can't confirm it, but that had my suspicions. I've long stood here looking there and thought I saw movement, people coming in and out, but I'm not sure.
I trust that you've spent more than enough time trying to figure this out. And this is the best info we have.
You reckon it's some kind of illusion or something he has cast over there?
It's a wizard. Anything could be possible. Although it could be just more practical. That discolorization of dirt there could just be where they've disguised it somehow.
Latreia shrugs and then starts to walk over towards that direction to see if he can put his hands through the area.
I cast Pass Without a Trace on all of us.
Okay.
Does my hand go through, or does it feel like, is it rock solid? Does it feel like it's manageable? Like, can it get yeeted out of this location?
So Latreia, when you reach your hand towards that dirt, at first you do feel dirt, yeah.
But I could actually slide on through, right?
You feel dirt.
Feel dirt?
Do you want to press into it? Mm-hmm. You press your hand in, and you have such a high strength, you don't have to roll for this. You're able to push through that dirt with your hand. And then go ahead and roll roll wisdom perception.
Perception? Okay. Mm-hmm. Right? Oh, I get advantage with these. All right.
Nice.
Thank God, because that first one was a natural one. All right, I would take that one, though. 17 plus 8, 25.
Oh yeah. So you, being the hulking barbarian you are, you also have learned magic, and you have a Fae mother who raised you. So you know enough about magic to know that, yes, there is basically a layer of earth, and then behind that is some type of magical illusion, but there's nothing behind the dirt. Like you push through and you feel nothingness, but some type of magical, some type of magic behind there. But you strongly feel it's just an illusion, whatever it is.
They will return back. He will return back to the remaining party. It says, it's just dirt, and after that looks to be magic, but mostly an illusion. So it looks like we should be able to just power through. Is everyone ready?
All right, just be careful and be as quiet as we can.
Latreia kind of like turns their heads to the side to Elliot and just kind of nod, knowing fully well stealth is not their specialty. And then they slowly start to make their way towards the area and tries to pull away the dirt as quietly as possible.
Okay. So, Pythor, you are standing. We've actually gotten further ahead than that. Latreia, you have investigated this strange looking off-colored dirt patch on the side of the hill that Pythor pointed out to you all. You have figured that it is a layer of dirt, and behind it is some type of magical illusion, but it seems like an opening of some kind behind it. So you gather the party, move on over to this dirt patch, and start digging?
Yes. Pretty much just pulling all the dirt away as quietly as possible, since Elliot said try to be stealthy. But again, stealth is not his strong suit, so we'll see how that goes.
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead and roll. And whoever else is digging, helping to dig, roll stealth.
And add 10 to whatever your final roll is.
Thank you. I would need that, that's for sure.
28 for me.
Oh, well, actually, I have a pretty high dexterity. But
I'm in full plate, so I roll at disadvantage, but I still got, because of the spell, I got a 21.
All right.
Oh, I got, with the spell, a 26.
Great. So, successfully, you remove the dirt from what looks like a rock face wall. But again, Latreia, you already have told everyone this is a magical illusion of some kind, and you put your hand through it.
Mm-hmm. All right. We'll see you on the other side. And then we just walk right through.
Yeah. You walk through. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, just in preparation, I'm going to manifest my angelic wings, which are very much like the blue energetic wings you'd see in the angels in Diablo, and just float on it.
Okay.
Evans walks in.
Okay. You all walk in to a passageway. There is no light. But many of you have dark vision, so you're able to lead the way I think the only person who doesn't is Elliot, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or no, do you?
Do I what?
Do you have dark vision?
No, I do not.
Right, okay.
None.
So, everyone else, wait, does Jesse have dark vision?
Yeah.
Yes, okay. Okay, so Elliot, you can easily just follow along if someone wants to grab Elliot's arm or gently guide him down this passageway. You all proceed down, and you notice it slopes downward and then scoops upward a couple of times. It's not an even level passageway, but finally you come to a place where it branches. One direction to the right seems to go downward, and the other seems to go upward.
Latreia will look down at the ground to see if they can see fingerprints, like the air temperatures, to see if there's a way they could be able to determine which looks like a proper location for higher ground or more civilized area. I think they were assuming like where they would stay would probably be a bit more warmer, so they're probably looking for more warmer heat.
Okay. Go ahead and roll maybe nature or survival.
Survival. Perfect.
I will touch him and give him guidance.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
Ooh, okay. Ooh, thank you. Where's that D4 at? Here we go. 21.
You feel just a slight more warmth coming from the left passageway that slopes upward.
And they'll point towards that direction. It says warm seems to be coming towards the left. I say we head that way.
We are warm-blooded creatures. If there's hope, it would be there.
He nods. Very well. And he stands back up and then starts heading towards that path.
Okay. So, I was under the assumption you were still stealthing. Is that correct?
Yes.
I think I won't have you roll again. We'll just say you're still under that pass without trace cover. You head up that left sloping upward path, and soon you come upon a large figure blocking the path. And you all remember the form of a Yuanty Abomination because you met one. In our very first session, one of them showed up on the shores of Jesse's family's island, hunting Sloone / Helena at the time. So this large-bodied, about 12-foot long serpentine figure, equipped with armor. He has a sword. He has some leather armor across his torso and his shoulders. And that serpentine long body, 12 feet long, stands at attention with a kind of dazed look in his eyes.
Has he
Does
seen?
not see you.
Oh, okay. I whisper, we should not kill these people if we can avoid it.
Agreed.
I'll see if. Oh, go ahead.
Latreia nods, but I think you may see like a hint of green glowing from their amulet. And they look down and says, I will try.
I'm going to try to see if we can sneak around him in some way.
The options are to fly over, which I know is an option for Jesse, to kind of like tumble over acrobatically. Those are kind of your only two options. He's taking up this entire pathway.
So you have to go through them?
You could turn around.
I am gonna hopefully under the cover of the past trace, try and fly as close behind him as I can, and I am going to attack him, but with non-lethal damage with the intention to stunning strike it.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Do I get advantage because of being hidden?
Well, you're still using pass without trace, right?
Yeah.
Then I think that's a +10.
All right.
So you can add that to you're just flying past him, right?
Yeah, and just right behind, and try and stun.
Oh, I see. Okay. So how about we do? Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, you can have advantage on. You're gonna do 2 rolls then. So the first one you'll fly path. Let's make that a dexterity roll, and that would require stealth as well. So you can use your pass without trace for that to get past him without being detected. And then if you want to do the stunning strike with advantage because he doesn't see you coming, then yes.
So do I have to make the new stealth roll?
Yes. To try to go past him, yes.
All right. Oh, then that's 18.
Okay.
Okay.
When Jesse goes to hit him, Avis will, in a very low whisper, almost like the sound of the wind, will say, "I do not wish to kill you." And I will use my cutting words or uncomfortable words? Settling words to make them roll a d10 to subtract from their next saving throw.
Okay. You're doing that as Adrian is passing over?
Once he goes to punch him.
Okay.
He was going
All
to
right.
hit him for the strike.
Subtract a d10, you said?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead and make your roll, Jesse.
So 22.
22 hits.
All right. So I'm not intending to do like physical damage to this person, but I'm gonna spend the key point for a stunning strike, and he has to make. Get on to the bottom there. Where is it now? I think I'm 15. Features and traits. Class features. Come on. Where are you?
I think it's Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, I was just looking for my DC. Constitution saving throw DC 15.
Okay. Constitution. Okay. And then D10 minus D10.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, no, he does not make that.
All right. So if he is stunned, then I'm immediately going to pull a rope out of my pack, and I want to start tying this big little gag in him.
So you start to tie him, and before you get the chance to gag him, he says, "Where am I? What is going on? What is this?" And he starts to struggle against you, but he is stunned, so he can't speak. Just kidding. Never mind. Let's say this. You just, in his eyes, you see, I have my cards for all the conditions because I still don't know them very well. And I got to that and I was like, oh, you can't move, it can't speak. Okay, never mind. So you see in his eyes, as you're starting to tie him up, you just kind of make eye contact with him, Jesse, and you can see that he's very confused. And he looks at you confused, and he even looks around like he doesn't know where he is.
I'm gonna call the Pythor. I think this fella might be out of it. Do you know him?
Pythor, it's not a huge town. And also there's the Yuanty Abominations that are the most serpent-like physically. There are people like you who are kind of half humanoid, half serpent. And then there's the Yuanty who are pure blood, who are more human-looking. You probably recognize this dude just from around town. You might not know him very well, though.
But he seems like he's Under some sort of mind control?
Yeah, after being stunned and getting kind of a knock on the head from Jesse, he seems to kind of snap out of something, some type of enchantment.
Yes, I do recognize him.
I think the whack on his head I gave him might have knocked him out of the mind control.
Cobror. This is Cobror.
Huh? Yeah,
Cobror.
yes.
Where are you?
Yes, I don't know where I am.
Know where you are?
No. Pythor?
Yes.
Who are these people? What?
Calm down. You're in the basement of the wizard.
Wizard?
The one who was taking over our town.
You would remember, Pythor, that Cobror hasn't been seen for months. So he was likely one of the earlier captives by this wizard.
This means Serpenta may still be alive.
She's down here too?
Do you remember anything? What day do you think it is?
It is half past the third serpentine time, isn't it?
It's half past the 5th.
What?
You've been gone for 2 months, my friend. The great serpent in the skies moved to the west.
No. The West? Jesse, are you still tying him up?
If they're having this conversation, then I'm gonna stop time.
Okay. Yeah, he sees that you've stopped tying him up and shakes off the ropes that were left and stands up. And he says, so there's a wizard. We need...
Yes.
Has he taken others? So he's taken me, he's taken Serpenta.
Probably most of the town. But that's good because I thought that they perished, and now I have hope for the first time in months.
We could probably hear some not too far away doing construction.
Oh. Construction. Well,
Let's
let's
not
find
need
him.
time.
We have a friend in there. She might be trying to kill the wizard. She might be dead already. But we could use all the help we could get.
Then let's go.
Let's.
Hey,
Cobror, will you fight with us?
I will, my friend. He reaches out his serpentine arm to give you a very 80s handshake. Cobra and Python.
Yeah, I'm just imagining that meme where they have the two muscle arms, just like hold their hands. Yeah.
Exactly. And then we will cut to the day before. Seated in that main chamber at opposite ends of I would say a 6-foot long dinner table with candles in between you. A sumptuous feast laid out in front of you, Sloan. And at the other end is Lantu, the wizard, the lonely one.
Thank you for all this food. I just feel like sitting nearer to you would be better for conversation. I don't think I can keep shouting at you right now.
Roll deception or persuasion.
All right.
Well, you're good at deception, aren't you?
Like I rolled a natural 20.
Well,
Well.
he holds out his arm and he says, "Come, my dear."
Sweet. So I stand up, very comically drag my chair, just drag it and put it right next to him, and I sit down. It's like, this is better, isn't it? Having a nice dinner.
It is nice. Do you
Uh-huh.
just realizing my proposal to you is about power.
Right.
Do you think I love you?
I don't know. You've been giving me really weird signals.
I could see that. How can I put this?
Also, you kept saying our children, and I don't understand. Like, I thought like you wanted to have children.
I do. I want to regrow my family.
I see. Okay, cool. Well, I just wanted, like, I was a little confused. Things are clear now, I guess.
I want you to, yes, have children with me. I want you to teach them to be assassins. I want you to teach my son to also be an assassin. I want to combine the Haradwraith line with mine. This is about power.
Right. It was just the room that you left me with had like flowers and stuff. I thought it was very romantic. I just wanted to make it clear that was all just
Business.
right?
I just want you to be comfortable.
Sweet.
And feel cared for and valued, because I do still value you. I haven't felt love in a long time. I don't think I could ever again.
Right. Is it because you took your heart out and put it in that tomb thing?
What? No.
What was the knife for? I'm sorry. I was just assuming a lot of things.
So I have a mage friend who does this wonderful spell, and it's the reason that my son is walking on this earth.
Right.
So I take a bit of flesh from you,
I see.
give it to my mage friend,
I see.
and he can create a vessel for you, of you, so that if you were to ever leave this earth, your soul would instantaneously go to that vessel. I have one
Sort of
myself.
like it's like a clone thing.
Exactly.
I see.
I want to make you one. My son has one for his clone body. I have one. And as the mother of this new empire, you should have one as well.
Huh.
Should we do that now? And he pulls out his dagger.
I am right now? Like, you need my flesh right now?
Well, the quicker that we can grow it, the better. Because it needs to mature before you can actually transfer it to it.
Right. Well,
Takes a little bit of time.
right. Okay.
My mage is standing by. I have him here.
Oh, gotcha. Do you think I could just see your clone thingy again?
Oh, those urns back there.
Okay, cool.
Do you want to see inside them, or?
Do you think I could just stand right there and you're there too? Just, for protection and stuff.
Roll deception.
I don't know what I'm doing. I have plus 12 in deception, and I just rolled a 15. So.
Okay.
I want him to walk me to his urn thing.
He gets up. He stands up from the table, pushes his chair back. He still has the dagger, but now he's kind of playing with it in his fingers. Let's go.
Okay.
And he walks towards the urns.
Cool. What I'm gonna attempt to do is, as soon as we're there in front of the, let's see. I'm gonna see what I can do. That's not what I want. That's what else can I do? I have something. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, as soon as we're both standing in front of the urns, I'm going to cast Shatter to break it, but also as soon as I because it's instantaneous, I'm going to try and stab him also in the neck. That is what I'm gonna do.
Okay. So you step up to the urns.
Yes.
Are you next to him or behind him?
I will be behind him because he's leading.
Okay.
So I will cast Shatter so that the urns are broken, and I will stab him on the neck behind.
Okay. 1 second. Just checking on some stuff.
Is he tall?
Yeah, he's pretty tall. I would say.
I'm gonna float with my boots too.
Okay. 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 So yeah, standing behind him, floating above the ground, and facing these urns with him. He's standing in front of the middle one.
Right.
Which one are you trying to shatter?
So the shatter, let me see. I think I'm trying to shatter all three of them, but I don't know if my spell can actually do that.
Let's see.
It's
And
a
what-
15-foot cone.
Oh, okay.
So they're about 4 foot wide, and there's maybe a foot in between. That actually could. You might need to step back a little bit though to get the full 15-foot cone.
Okay, so I'm gonna step back and cast it to get the full 15 cone, so that I'm aiming to shatter all three. If it's not all three, just the two that I know, would I know which one is mine? Like, cause maybe I'll be empty, or like there's a face on it or something.
Yeah, there's no face. They all have kind of the same markings on them.
All right,
Yeah, I'm not sure you would be able to tell which one.
I'm just gonna aim to like shatter all three then.
Okay. All right, so this is a con save. And what's your DC?
My DC is. Let me actually pull up my thing. I know I have it. My spell DC is 14.
Okay. So these urns they're pretty tough.
Dang it.
You said DC 13?
14.
Oh, 14? Okay. All right. Okay. All right. One of them shatters.
Please let it be the.
It's the one on the left. And at that
Fine.
sound of this like thunderous, loud ringing noise, Lantu just covers his ears. And the one on the left just starts to liquid starts dripping out of it. Seems like water.
Right.
And the lifeless body that is a clone of himself kind of like topples out and falls over. He turns towards you, and immediately you must hold on. You have to make an intelligence saving throw.
All right.
DC 19.
I have 3 lucky rolls. It's fine.
Ooh.
Was that intelligence saving throw?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I got 19.
You got 19. Okay.
Yes.
On a successful save, a target takes half as much damage and isn't stunned. Okay, so you're going to take 7d6 psychic damage,
Oops. All right.
which I will roll. 7d6. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is 17.
Okay.
And then you said you also wanted to stab him at that moment.
Yeah,
right?
the neck. And seeing, I don't know if it's too quick, but seeing that it's also him, I'm gonna try to like throw another dagger into the neck of the clone thing, just to make sure that.
Do you have 2 attacks? Or
I have sneak attack. Does that matter?
isn't that with like allies near you or something?
No. Yeah. Apparently not. I have 2 weapon fighting. I don't know.
You didn't wait.
Never mind. I'll just.
With
I'll
2
just-
weapon fighting, you could do it, but you wouldn't get your bonuses on it.
Yeah.
That's if you want to do it that way, that's cool.
All I really want to do is stab him in the neck and then throw the thing in the other person. So
All right. Yeah, roll the stab towards him.
okay,
His stab.
he stab. So 18 plus 8. So I got 18 plus 8. That's a high number, right? I can do math. That's 26 to hit.
Well, that definitely hits.
Yes. So what's the roll for a magicless dagger? Like really little.
D4. Yeah, D4.
So
D4,
small.
okay.
I'm a dumbass. All right. I got a 3 plus my bonus of 4, so 7 to hit on his back. I'm piercing, I guess.
7 piercing damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So this happens at the same time. He's covered his ears, and as he's turning towards you, he casts his spell on your mind, and you feel it rack your brain, but you can withstand most of it, and you still take that psychic damage from him. But you are stabbing at the same time, and your stab hits true because you're standing right there
Right.
floating behind him. So you kind of both hurt each other at the same time and kind of recoil from those blows. And then go ahead and roll, just without any bonuses, roll second dagger at the clone.
That is a 17.
Yeah, that hits.
Sweet.
Okay, so now a dagger is sticking in the neck of this clone. And you see blood kind of start to pool at where the dagger is sticking out. He steps away from you and eyes you. I should have known you were deceiving me this whole time.
Yeah, kinda.
So is this what it comes down to?
It's either me or you. We've been doing this for so long. It can't be the both of us.
Okay. Well then. And he steps even further back. And he casts another spell. And you see a shimmering barrier come around him about 10 feet wide. He says, do your best. And go ahead and roll initiative.
Okay.
And actually, very briefly, we will cut back over to our other folks. Remember your initiative roll.
I'll put it in chat
All right, great.
so everyone can see.
So, the rest of you, with a new friend in tow, Yuanty Abomination, as they are called, which I think is such an unkind name for them, but whatever. I think they're magnificent.
Also, I think it's weird that pure bloods are the ones that look the most human. Because if
Yeah.
you're pure blood, wouldn't you be more lizard, more snake-like?
They
I don't know.
want to
lizardy.
be, for them and their religion, they want to be more snake-like. So I totally agree. It doesn't make sense. It's backwards.
You know, what are you gonna do?
What are you gonna do? I don't know. Okay. But yes, you all have Cobra in tow now. Are you heading up further into that same passageway you were trying to get through, or back down?
Up, right? Because that's the same path.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so
Okay.
Latreia will be heading towards that direction.
Okay, yeah, you head up that passageway. And when you get to the top of it, you see an open chamber. And across from you, this is that main chamber of Lantu's space where the dinner table was, and it's still there. There's food on it that looks stale, like it's been sitting out for a day. The torches and candles have burned down to their wicks, the bottom of their wicks. There are the room looks like it's in disarray. And then you also notice across from where you came up, there's another pathway that slopes downward across the room from you. And then there's others. There's another chamber to your left. You can't really quite see in there yet, and other places that you could go.
Cobra, does any of this look familiar to you?
I don't remember being in here ever.
Do you remember any of this, though?
I just remember seeing a lot of our fellow Yuanty all together somewhere.
But you don't know where that is.
No.
Latreia notices this disarray. He's going to go around the area and see if he could pick up a scent of what Saloon smells like, to see if he can be able to catch a whiff of perhaps an area where she may be around.
Okay. Would you say that's like survival or perception?
Survival.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead and roll survival.
Yep, forest boy by the forest. Beep. That's fantastic. 23.
Okay. Yeah. By all around this room, really. But you notice that there's a chair to the side, on the side of the table, and then a chair at the head of the table. And her scent is very strongly on that chair.
Saloon was here. Do I pick up a location where it may have transitioned to, or does it mostly seem to just stay in this room?
No, yeah, you're able to follow the scent, and it heads towards the left into another chamber. And now we're going to cut back in time again. Sloon, your initiative roll was a 5 total, right?
Yep. It was a 5 total.
Okay. Just FYI, he has -1 initiative, but he rolled really high. So he's going to go first.
As always.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, he has some very fun spells. What to do first? Well, I think first he's going to... He lances out a spell at you. And let's see. One second, have to roll something. How many hit points do you have?
Right now, 94.
Well, that's not enough. He didn't roll enough to make this work. Does it? Yeah, no. So, oh, okay. Well, you will take damage from this. You'll take 25 damage. You feel this wave of energy go through you, and for a second, it's almost like you could just drop unconscious, but then you kind of shake it off and perk back up. But you did take that 25 damage.
25.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. I would like to point out that my hit points is now 69. Nice.
Nice.
For that. All right, cool.
Okay, it's your turn.
All right, I'm going to throw a firebolt at him.
Okay.
And it is at will, and it's instantaneous. And I roll a range spell. So
Okay.
So that is 16 plus 6, 22.
That does hit.
All right, cool. And that is 3d10 damage. And I'm
Okay.
25.
25 damage. Okay. Oh, sorry, just seeing something. You notice when you cast your firebolt, that orb of shimmering energy around him kind of, a lot of the energy goes through it, but some of it kind of reverberates, and you see that color of fire around, shimmer around that energy bubble. Now, oh, okay. That was your turn?
Yeah.
Okay. He says, "Oh, are you trying to warm my heart after all, Sloon?"
Maybe.
And he casts. Oh, okay. He once again just like kind of slicks his hair back and just gently bestows this spell upon your brain. And go ahead and roll an intelligence DC 19. Yeah, saving throw.
I rolled a 1, but I have lucky.
Okay.
So I'm going to re-roll that. Let me see. Actions. Where's my lucky? $17 plus my 6. That's high enough. I don't need to know.
Okay, yeah.
Cool.
So you're gonna take half, so that's 7. Was it 7 d6 plus a d6 of fire damage? So, yeah, you take 24 psychic damage, and then a blip of fire damage comes right back at you and kind of singes you in the shoulder. And he says, I give back what I receive.
And then I say to him, "You're such a dork." And then I, let's see, I cast mirror image.
Okay.
That just one action? That's just one action, right?
Does it say?
Let me see. It is one action.
Okay.
So I take, let's see. I take a bonus action to disengage, to sort of like move back.
Okay. So now there's how many of you? Two more
There's
of you?
now, I believe.
Or 3 of you?
I believe there's. Let me double check. There's 3 of me plus 1 more, so 4.
Okay. Do you say anything?
All 4 of us say you're such a dork.
Nice. Okay. And then you disengage.
Oh wait, no, I change it. I call that back. I say I have a boyfriend. Ed. That's what I say.
You still disengage though, right?
Yeah, I still disengage, but instead of saying you're such a dork, I say I have a boyfriend.
Okay. And Lantu says, it doesn't matter. Do you want him to come live here with us too? Is that what's holding you back? A boyfriend? I told you, this is about power. I couldn't care less.
Sloan thinks for a minute.
Jeez.
Rejects it in her mind. It's fine. We're not. It's his turn, right?
Yes, it's his turn. He walks towards you and he says, don't tell me you're giving up.
No. I'm going to cast Shatter again, but this time at him.
Okay. He moved, but he didn't take his action.
All right. Never mind then. I'll wait.
Okay. He actually is once again going to cast a spell on you, and you will need to take a wisdom saving throw to resist this.
Okay.
DC is 19.
God damn. I'm going to roll lucky just to see.
Okay.
Aha, much better. That is a 18 plus 1, 19.
Okay. You can see him trying so hard, almost like he's trying to mold you with his hands in the air, but your resistance is unfailing. This is why you should help me raise children. You are formidable.
I'm not just a baby maker, and then I attack him with let's see, with shatter again. So let's do that.
Okay. And con save, right?
Yes, of 14.
Okay. Oh yeah, 30, 20 on his con save.
Damn it. I think that's still. He takes half as much damage, so I'm gonna roll it. And it is it's not very nice. 13 divided by 12.
So 6.
Yeah.
He feels that pain ripple through, and he kind of shakes it off and says, this is what it's going to be, just back and forth with you? And then one more time, he just bestows that psychic scream onto your brain. DC 19 intelligence saving throw.
I rolled a 5 plus 6. It's definitely not enough.
Okay. For the first time, maybe it's the back and forth, you're tiring of this interaction. You take the full damage of this psychic scream, which is 44. Does that knock you unconscious?
No, I'm down to 1 point.
Okay. Well, you are stunned as well, though. So you can make an intelligence saving throw at the end of each of your turns.
Sweet.
But being stunned, you fall to the ground. Can't move, can't speak, or only falteringly. And then auto fails strength and dexterity saving throws. Attack rolls against it have advantage. But he comes over and he scoops you up in his arms. And he says, "We can make this work." And then we're going to cut back to the next day. So, Latreia, you were following that scent of Sloon back towards that back chamber.
Yes.
There are 3 urns. And I'll give you this, with all of you have really high perception. The one on the left looks like it was put back together with magic. There's also a chamber that goes off, a little hallway that goes to another chamber to the right. And you see in the ground, in the dirt, the packed dirt, you see that there was some type of skirmish in this room.
So one was definitely fighting here.
Yes, and I am sure it was Sloan.
I smell her all around here. Where is she? Where's the wizard? And I think they were going to try to follow the scent. You say it took the path to the left, right?
Excuse me. To entering that chamber, there's another path that goes to the right.
To the right. So yeah, a bit more hurriedly now. Latreia isn't as concerned about stealth as he was before. He's kind of like more rushing towards the path towards the right.
Okay.
Before we head further, Elliot is going to change his appearance and make himself look like Sloan.
Okay.
This is moving silent.
Okay. Moving silently, you said? Okay. So Latreia, you bound forward following that scent back to that back room, and you stop abruptly at what you see. You see Sloan suspended magically, kind of hovering, some type of protective bubble of energy around her. She doesn't seem to be awake. Her eyes are closed.
Is there anyone else around? Or is it just her in the bubble?
Go ahead and roll perception. Whoever else wants to who stepped into the room can as well.
All right.
Yo, fam, Avis is ready. That's a 22.
18 for me.
15.
21.
All right. Avis and Latreia, at the same time, you spot coming from another exit from this room. You see a tall Yuanty Abomination woman, similar in the biology to Pythor. And actually, Pythor, I know you rolled low on your perception, but you would never miss this person walking into the room. She has a dazed look in her eyes. She has swords out.
Penta. No!
She looks towards you and roll for initiative.
Ooh.
Good. Before the fight starts, can you just cast the spell magic on her really quickly? Just but don't just not do that.
You can.
Could
And
I?
if you do, you will see that it does not have an effect.
Could I?
I'll say it's up to
activate
you.
I'm sorry.
my-
Sorry?
Before we start, could I activate my innate ability to do the radiant soul thing?
Yes.
Okay.
And that, what does that do again?
So,
Go ahead. Describe it.
So I'm already flying, but sort of a more radiant energy kind of starts circling around me. But again, it's this sort of like stormy ocean color, and my eyes sort of coat over with this storm cloud gray lightning effect over the ocean, and that's what it looks like.
Cool.
And I will roll my initiative.
And then Avis, what were you saying you wanted to do?
I
was
would say
there-
it's up to you if I cast that spell or not, since I intended to do it. But
Do you have that as like at will or?
that's my third the spell slot.
Well, it's so metagaming a bit. I will give you a heads up that it won't work. So if you want to save that spell slot, yeah. But I will also give you a little hint and a reminder that it was a stunning strike. It was basically taking a hit and taking damage that knocked the other Yuanty out of it.
I got a 16. I don't think I can put it in chat on my phone, but
Oh, right.
yeah,
That's all good. Okay. Okay.
It would be a shame if she died just now to a lot of psychic damage.
Ooh. Okay, so I might need you all to read them out still because I see double numbers.
Sorry, my apologies. I made a mistake.
It's okay. It's all right. I see. Okay, I see. Latreia is 21.
Mm-hmm.
Did I roll for her? Yes, I did. I think Latreia is still first, and then Elliot is it 19?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And also JCM is 19, yeah?
Hmm?
Who has higher decks between the two of you?
Let's see. I've got 13.
And Dylan, what's your dex?
Oh, right. My dex is 19.
Oh, so
Way
Elliot,
ahead of me.
Elliot goes first, and then Pythor. Oh, Cobra is here too. Let me roll for him. Oh, Cobra. I love that name. That was all JCM. And
I must
then
admit, I really enjoyed the serpent backgrounds. It was really nice. Now I can tell time in serpent time. I guess.
Yep.
Yep. It's now canon. That's how you do it. Avis is 18. Jesse, what was yours?
16.
16. Okay. All right, Latria, you're up.
All right. So just to clarify, is the only person that we see is Pythor's wife, or is there anyone else's side?
Coming from that other entrance into the room, you just see her right now.
Okay, so Latreia remembers that just a hit on the noggin just seems to make them undaze. So Latreia looks towards Pythor and says, "Not kill." And then they look towards the wife, and they kind of still growl that bestial growl as they slap against their chest, and you just see them start to grow from their medium-sized height to a large-sized aspect using giant might. And then as they rush forward, they're going to switch their axe to the butt of the axe instead of the actual blade. And it's just essentially going to try to like knock her against the ribs. They kind of like slide her against the wall, more like a football shoulder chuck versus an actual slice to kind of like put her down and hopefully wake that up. So that's what I'm going to do for the first attack.
Okay.
About to hit her with a giant baseball bat. That's what you're doing.
You got more like a semi baseball bat and also semi football tackle. Just like a shoulder check. All right, let's see here, and I'm going to go reckless. Boop. All right, well, the first one already we hit with a 23, but we should go for the second one. Oh, and natural 18, so that definitely will hit. So again, non-lethal, but. We shall see.
80 points of damage.
Nope. I'm not trying to kill him.
I feel like I think in the future I'm gonna have Latreia roll dexterity when he's not trying to kill someone. Because your strength based attacks, like you're gonna kill people. Like
jog his memory.
It's that anime logic. You can hit somebody through 3 buildings and they're fine.
right.
So that would be
It's okay. I'm gonna say
okay.
that you take the butt of your great axe, you hit her in the ribs, and she reels back. That's gonna hit her.
Okay.
And she kind of like slams back into the wall of that entrance. Dazed, coming to, opens her eyes and looks up at you all. Pythor?
Can I rush to her? No, it's not my turn.
Yeah, I think we're out of combat now because she's not combating anymore.
Serpenta.
Pythor. Oh.
I take her into my arms and I try to comfort her and make sure that she's unharmed.
Pythor, what's going on?
The wizard, he has taken all of our tribe and all of our village.
Everyone is gone now.
They're all here. We have to get them back.
Oh. Okay. Let's go. We can do it. Oh. She grabs her ribs.
Sorry. And Latreia's going to chuck over a healing potion at her, which this is weird because he's large size, so the potion will be large size, but I'm guessing when it flies towards her, maybe it becomes medium. I have no idea.
So she catches it and it's like this big.
Yeah. This is for you.
Thank you. And she starts to drink it. And she says, Pythor, I don't know. Even with this, I don't think I can fight more. I need to rest.
Yes, let us leave this place.
You've helped us to get here, at least. You should go. Enjoy your life.
We'll take it from here.
Will you
meet
please,
again, friends?
will you please help all of our people get out safely?
Mm-hmm.
I assure you we will.
You have my word.
Thank you.
And I take Serpenta in my arms, and we quickly go back up the path that we came, and you see us not again on this day.
And with that exit, you all look around at each other. You have another way to go further into this series of chambers, and you all look back together at Sloane suspended in this energy bubble. And that is where we end the session. Ooh. Thank you so much, Jason Charles Miller.
Thank you, Jason.
Yes.
Yay.
What an episode. What an episode. So I hope you all enjoyed this session. I super enjoyed it. Of course, thank you, Jason Charles as a guest. Thank you, Eliza, for once again being such a fantastic DM. Thank you to this wonderful cast, because you all are incredible. And thank you to our viewers, because without you, we wouldn't be here. We're going to go ahead and film an after show to decompress everything that happened in this episode. So if you would like to watch and see what happened, you can be able to join us at our Patreon, and where we have like after shows, bonus episodes, and more. And until then, we'll see you for next week for the season finale of Lords of Faerun. But until then, farewell for now.